let me ask a question, yeah? He said 75% of men in jail grew up without a father. So I want to know, in that 75%, how many of them are in gangs and how many of them are black?
I don't think it makes any difference.
I'm asking because we were talking about gang, yeah? And we were talking about gang and particularly talking about the black community.
I assume we were talking about the most criminal gang.
So now he's jumped to the statistics. So I'm saying you've mentioned the statistic. How relevant is it, 1 second, to the two groups that you're trying to identify, that you're trying to associate with? How relevant is that statistic?
Yeah, but what I'm asking you is why can't we just all be one community?
No, so let's bypass what I just asked. How relevant is that statistic?
How many?
75% of men in jail grew up without a father. How relevant is that statistic to black gang members?
These kids that you deal with, how many of them grew up with fathers in the home?
Answer the question.
These kids
you gave me a statistic. 1 second.
These kids you deal with, how many of them grew up with fathers in the home?
With all due respect, brother. With all due respect, you gave me a statistic. Now I'm trying to understand the relevance of the statistic. Otherwise, just retract that statistic and say, you know what, that was pointless.
How can I retract a statistic?
Okay, 75% of men in jail grew up without a father. Think hard now. How many out of that 75% are black gang members?
I don't know.
All right, well then shush then, bro. It's a waste of time, bro. So you were saying?
You want to ignore the fatherless, mate?
You just said what?
Of course you don't want to deal with it. Of course you don't want to deal with it.
Two things, and then I'd like to listen to this lady here. So
why do you think these kids join gangs?
Hold on a minute.
Sorry, have some manners, man.
Right? Firstly, I don't understand.
Sorry.
I watch.
1 second. Let's hear the lady speak. Sorry. Let's hear the lady speak quick and then she go on.
Yeah, right? Because I think women don't speak enough up here, to be honest. And I'm sick and tired of the men saying what us women should be doing.
Bro, just get on
right?
with it, man.
At the end of the day, there's breakdown in families right across the board. Right? We know that it's come from liberal, right, politics. We do know that it's come from there. Everybody knows that, right? It's not about race or colour of skin. It's about culture. And how are we going to learn to adapt to each other's culture, right, without insulting each other?
Most of us do that on a day-to-day basis. Fine.
Yes, but in a bigger way where it's not coming to the fact that we're imposing on each other. Gangs even.
You need to speak to this guy then.
No,
because he's imposing his view on me and what I should be thinking.
How?
Well, have you not heard the whole conversation?
No.
That's what his whole thing has been on what he thinks. Inaccurate as it is, as uneducated, as ignorant as it is, he's been trying to superimpose his way of seeing things on us. I'm a member of a community and I'm letting him know, hold on,
But
it's an abusive.
honestly,
1 second, I'm saying to him it's an abusive relationship. And he's saying, oh, well, you're just going to ignore this. So he doesn't care about actually hearing what's going on ground level.
No, do you know what I think? I think some rights that mothers get need to be taken away.
Okay.
Right? I think there needs to be more equalness in the court system for fathers.
I hear what you're saying.
He said, why can't we all be together? What did you say?
Why can't the whole community work together? Right? Because at the end of the day, what is happening? No, hold on. Look, I want to speak to you, yeah? Because at the end of the day, there's things that go on with our children, right? And there's more division now, despite what they're telling you in politics. I've been married 15 years to an African. I've got 2 mixed race kids. Before that, I was married 14 years to a white man. And by him, I had 6 kids. So I've had 8 children. I love all my 8 children the same, okay? There's no difference between the races.
Okay.
What is the problem?
Your brothers.
Is how they try to make each other perceive each other. That's number 1. The media is playing us off against each other. That's number 2. And nobody, and I mean nobody, has got respect for each other's culture and each other's race at the moment in this country. And it's not just one side.
Okay.
Well,
you've made all good points. Sorry, sis.
I kind of agree with you. And also that was kind of the point that I was putting on to you. When you're saying you're making it worse, you're just attacking it instead of actually coming up with a good solution of how to do something to
If I see something being made worse, and I just want to stop it, and I'm the bad guy. Why is this?
I don't think you're a bad
No one called you a
guy.
bad guy. You're just inaccurate.
Thing is, if you want to come with something,
He's not racist either.
I never said he's racist. I said he's inaccurate.
If you're going to say something, we teach kids, we can teach, what is it called, where you give them something negative, but you also give them something positive as well. So if you're going to come and
the sandwich,
basically, if you're going to say, all right, you aren't doing this right, if you want to give that opinion, come with something that they can do to correct it.
What would you
But
suggest?
You're
What would you
not.
suggest
No,
I
it's
do?
not on me.
No, but do you have any suggestions?
Stop
Do you have any
deflecting.
suggestions?
You know what?
She's speaking about you. Stop deflecting.
Exactly. I didn't come
You
here.
standing there.
Criticism's not valid. If you see something,
Validate
if you
it,
see
validate
something
it,
happening
validate it.
making shit worse, and you just want to
Your
put a stop to
criticisms
that,
haven't been valid.
you're going to ignore it because you haven't got a
Your
better
criticisms
solution.
hasn't been valid because under inspection they've all fallen
Yeah,
apart.
sure.
I'm not making this up. This is fact. We've all been
No,
standing
it's
here.
your opinion,
We've
Jedi.
all been standing there entertaining you.
We need
Read
to
the
respect
report.
the male egos.
Yeah, no, but unfortunately, we can't come. I think it's
black and white experiences.
100%.
We can never gel as communities to all become one.
But we can.
When we can't recognise each other's experiences are completely
Exactly.
different.
Yes.
And not only that, it's when the white experience is always undermining the black and ethnic
Exactly.
Give me an example.
Wait, here's an example. Stand, move to the side.
Yeah,
This
give me
is your walking, breathing
Right,
example.
as an example.
Did you not listen? Did you not
No,
come
I
in?
missed the first half, so I'm
Alright,
going to
cool.
need you
So
to...
he's an example of coming in and making inaccurate statements, using his inbuilt prejudice of how he sees the scenario, putting the villain on the black guy and not being able to break down the data for himself. This is a guy that couldn't defend anything that he
Was
said.
it? Yeah, but was it
Yeah,
around
and he's coming.
a certain issue? What was he actually saying? Because you're being a bit vague.
He's just being vague about gang, about black men in jail, about tan, about aggression, anything. Everything he's come up with, which has been very
So you were
scattered,
talking about last week?
which has been very scattered,
Started off like that, yeah.
has been one that has just shown that you cannot empathize with what other people are going through, when you stand in such a bigoted, oh, I know it all, oh, I'm right position.
Racist, bigot, prejudiced.
But that's how you
Prejudiced.
stand.
What's the problem? What is the issue, bro?
He didn't
What's
say
the
that.
issue?
What long words you find?
Jedi, can you honestly say though what happened last week was positive?
Yeah.
I don't think it
I can.
was.
Yeah. And then, so now yet again, 1 second, yet again, everybody has their own perspective. Me personally, I took something from it. Yeah, but bless man, enjoy it, man, enjoy it.
No?
What do you want? Alright, see what I've got.
I like
for
to
you,
leave
man.
on good terms with everyone I talk with.
Yeah, you do.
I don't want to make an exception with you, Jedi.
Russell something up for him, bro. I don't know.
Jedi.
I'm all out, bro.
Jedi, I like to leave on good terms.
See that kind of thing is just childish.
Listen.
You lot ain't got no humour. This is the thing. You lot ain't got no humour.
I laugh. Listen, I like
You lot ain't got no humour. This is the thing, fam. Yeah, and sometimes I feel like you lot forget that I'm a human being. Yeah, I like to bust jokes. Yeah,
He's been calling them fuckers.
he said it exactly.
He's saying a lot.
And now you want me to shake your hand?
What can I say? I'm emotional. So you don't want to leave on good terms.
We're on good terms anyway, bro. You don't need to
But
shake my
you're on
hand.
good terms when you call them fuckers.
Come on, man. It's all good, man. It's all good.
Come on.
It's all good.
Well, the
I look forward.
fuckers, the fuckers was
Now it's the
unnecessary.
moral high
The
ground.
bullies is fair
Thank you.
statement.
Thank you.
I find this, yeah, when you refuse to play on the same level that other people want to play on, they want to paint you out to be something that you're not. I don't want to shake your hand.
You
'cause
just painted me as prejudiced, bigoted.
You proved
you
it.
haven't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
known why I
Right.
think
You proved
it's
it.
not
I'm not
positive.
talking about you. We was having a conversation. Let me.
Can I ask you a question? So you're saying about you have obviously mixed children.
Yeah.
So as a white woman with
you might
mixed
be
children,
talking, I
have
don't
you
know.
gone? So this is why I don't think the communities can work because they don't really understand each other's.
I can assure you I've gone through as much racism as you've gone
Yeah, I imagine you have having black children in your blood. I imagine you have. But have you made it like so in this culture today? Everyone wants this like mixed race child with the blue eyes,
No,
like the
but-
silky
no,
hair.
no.
There's a lot of white women that take black men to do
No,
that. And
I've got brown eyes. I originally had black hair
No,
because
one
I'm
second.
getting
No,
old.
I'm talking about the outcome of the child.
Yeah, go on.
And the idealism of the fact that these children are of the better race.
mixed race kids.
But have you, as a white woman of black children, gone out your way to learn about the other's culture to make sure your children 100% know where they're from and who they are?
Yeah, I do know things about the other culture, yes. And I've got the father in the home with me.
Oh, so he's still in the home. So what happens is, and the reason why it doesn't always work and we don't understand each other, is because people don't go out of their cultures to, like we were discussing earlier, to basically understand each other. So we can't live in a community where we're all gelled together when we're being oppressed constantly. And I say we, and I'm talking about everyone that isn't white, unfortunately.
I think white people are being oppressed as well.
I
in a
agree.
different way.
I
In
agree.
a different way. You're just not seeing the bigger picture.
I agree.
Okay,
White
yeah,
people
yeah,
are definitely
I
being
like to know.
oppressed
I like
because
the
a guy
oppression
like
of
this
white
guy, I didn't catch his name, but He's oppressed. He's oppressed, trust me, yeah? And the victim mentality is deep, where he's now looking at us as or others as being the issue. He can't look within himself. Remember, the game is being played on everybody, yeah, to keep us all divided. But regardless of that, yeah, in our own little lanes, we need to be fixing our own little shit, our own things. Where you can see where you can help a brother, regardless of where they're from. But if you feel you have a community that's specific to you and your identity, work on that. Work on that. That's the main issue.
The problem I've got with this division politics.
It's not division.
It is.
No. I never once said divide.
It is.
I said where you can help your brother, help your brother.
Jedi.
But when you have issues that are that you can fix at home, when they say charity begins at home, that's not about division, you know.
No, I agree with you.
That's about, like, look, before we start spreading ourselves out too thin, let's just deal with what's apparent and what's close by now.
Look after yourself.
This is what his issue is with gang. Oh, well, will I be, someone else asked me, oh, could I be in gang? Could I? Bro, what's your issue, bro? If you use your eyes, and close your mouth, you'll be able to see when you look in the ranks of gang and who's at gang, that it ain't all black people. If you want everybody in gang to say they represent every community, it's not going to happen. Because we got Muslim, man, we got Somalis, we got Indians, we got Africans, we got Nigerians, we got Moroccans. Some of my favourite members are Moroccan still.
Can I make a suggestion then? Two suggestions.
High five. Not in my face.
Two suggestions I want to make. One, that they get a women's group within the gang.
Who told you we don't have a women's group within the gang?
More upfront and more noticeable.
For what?
Just so that people can see that there is. Look, for a start, I would come down.
So you want to divide the men and the women?
No, just so that we can see that there is a representation
Why do you need to,
for that.
Who's we can see?
The community. And then the second thing is, right? The second thing is, you say that you've got other people from other races. How come we never hear from them?
I don't know. It depends where you listening.
Well, I watch
Where do you
all
listen?
the videos.
You
not
watch
just
the
from
videos.
You. I come down here. I've been down here more than
Gang,
once.
this is Speaker's Corner. This ain't a gang. If you're talking about a gang initiative, if you're talking about gang specifically,
Yes, I am talking
then
about
you
that.
would be logged into what gang do. Then you'd have all of that. You'd see.
No,
but you're not
it
though.
puts me off when I see all the infighting. When I see.
That's you though.
Hey,
You can't get
I know it's only me.
No, if you can't
I
get
know
through
it's
this
only me, but haven't I got a valid opinion?
Yeah, you got an opinion.
that someone's got a
Whether
reaction.
it's
I'm
valid or
telling
not
you, I'm not saying
is personal.
No, but I can have
got
a
an
valid
opinion.
opinion. It doesn't mean it's right.
No, but then
But
why?
I don't know. I'm not going to say you got a valid opinion until I hear your full opinion. I can't say it's valid. Not for me.
The fact of the matter is, right? For example,
Yeah.
this lady seems quite sensible. I wouldn't mind seeing somebody like her.
She's nothing to do with our organisation.
No, I know. But I'm
Are you
saying
talking
somebody
about
like her.
gang or are you just talking about Speaker's Corner? What are you on about?
I'm talking about gang. I think gang's
Okay.
gang's getting too racial.
Where? Okay. Break it down. Break it down.
Right, okay. What happened last week, right? From the way I see it.
Oh, this is about last week, yeah?
Not just last week, you've had lots of stuff running up to it.
Okay, go on.
Right? But what I see from last week, Tan, what he said in that manifesto, no, I don't agree with him, right? But what he said in that manifesto could be taken on a higher intellectual level, not to be actually racist. What he said to you was racist.
It's kind of intellectual.
Right? So there's two different situations that people are not fully appreciating. Right?
Yeah, but she's taking his manifesto seriously.
No, I'm not. I said I don't agree with it.
Right-wing rhetoric constantly.
No, I said I don't agree with it. I think Tam's an idiot. I think he's a very
Let's
clever
stick to your
fool.
point. Let's stick to your
Right?
So you think anyone can have a dialect with him?
No, I think he's a very clever fool. Whoever gave him that to read, or if he did write that himself, it took a lot of time to put it all together and configure it and make it look presentable. But it's a load of old nonsense. It's just
All right. So
the point that he was
what's
making.
the point you're making, sis?
Right, the point that I'm making is that it comes across, and it might be wrong, but it comes across, right, even in your chats, even in your videos, right, and from other people, not just you. Don't think it's just you, Jedi, I'm talking about, and it's not just black people either. As far as I'm concerned, a lot of other people are contributing to this situation, and they're going to wind you up because that's your nature, right? You're actually a very educated man, in my opinion. Even if you're not on paper educated, you're not stupid, right? The fact of the matter is that it's coming across like you want some kind of race war, and you don't actually say it. Yes, it is coming across like that. That's how it's coming across, because it's all.
So you said you don't mind your opinion being wrong. So what about if I say your opinion is wrong?
You can. I'm not going to argue with you.
Sorry.
So the fact that they talk about race, why is that always put as, if you want to talk about race as the
Because-
why is it always put as if you're trying to start a war?
Whoa.
Yeah, I'll tell you why.
Whoa. One second. You made a claim, yeah? I'm trying to understand what it is you said. So you're saying this is about gang, yeah? You said
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
Now you're saying it seems like we want a race war
Yeah.
based on
Not just you.
okay.
Quite a
based
few other individuals
in
of
gang.
other ethnicities.
in gang.
No, there's other ethnicities
All right, look.
outside of gang.
Sister.
But what I'm saying
speak?
to you as gang is that you're contributing
Okay.
to the whole bigger picture,
Yeah. How's that?
right? Because you've got other people here, stupid people, right? That stupid people here that go on there and they say things like, oh, for example, I'm not going to name names. Sikhs are better than this. Then you get other people. Whites are better than
Yeah.
this.
Where's
you get
Gang's
other
role in
things.
this?
Well, gang doesn't ever say anything positive about co-communications with the white community or with the Sikh community.
That is
or
lies.
with
That's lies.
the only time you hear anything positive is black, which is good because I know you want to build up the black community, and Muslims. It's not about Muslims, Sikhs, whites, and you're telling me you've got representatives.
Gang is not a religious group. Yeah, we have representatives in gang from all demographics, all races, all different shapes and sizes.
Well, I'm saying I would like
we even
to
got
see
Raven
more
that
of
helps
that.
us out with certain things. Yeah?
No, I know what he does.
And he's a
He-
little Indian man.
I know what he does. He's mixed race. I know where he's mixed
He's not
race
mixed
from.
race. He's not, but
Well, that's what he said on camera.
he's not mixed race. Yeah. So this is the thing, though. Yeah. We don't stand on anything to do with race or anything to do with religion. That's not. So if you don't hear us speaking about it, because that is not our concern. What you do hear us speaking about are the issues
but we
that
do.
concern us. That's it. All we speak about is the issues that concern us.
Yeah, but
we
we
get
do.
embroiled if you come
Okay.
to Speaker's Corner. You may get embroiled in a Islamic conversation. Why? Because there's a majority Muslims here, and we integrate and we speak. Yeah, we integrate and we speak with everybody. So now I'm speaking with a white woman. Yeah, if no white women wanted to speak to me, there'd be no white woman. We'd be not speaking about any white issues on camera. You understand? I don't mind what your opinion is, yeah, but please, and this is to people at home. I beg everyone, take more care when you're assessing things, yeah. Yo. Take more care when you're assessing things, yeah, because you're making wild statements about an organization. If you don't understand what we're about, if you don't understand, fair enough. Just say you don't understand what we're about.
I know
Stop
exactly
watching
what
one
you're
sec.
about.
You don't.
Yeah, I do.
You've just oh please, sister. You've just.
I can tell you what you're about.
You've misquoted. You've misquoted us. You've accused us of.
Yes,
You've
because
accused.
the whole corner is doing that.
That's the whole corner. But we're talking about gang. And gang has had no involvement in instigating a race war. In fact, gang has been taking a monumental standpoint in terms of trying to connect people together. We have been at the heart of that. And I don't think there's anyone in the park that can deny that that's a regular person.
Right, but if that's the case, right, why is it the only violence, then maybe it's down to the filming or the recording or whoever's deciding what's being put out. Because at the end of the day, all that's being seen over the internet, right, is violence or leeriness. And I'll use the word leeriness.
Did we miss the 500, 600 white guys that came down and did we miss that?
When?
Tommy Robinson.
Oh, when Tommy Robinson came
Did we
down.
miss that?
Yeah, but I see fighting.
Have you seen more violence than that in this place? Is that not the most violent scenes you've seen in Speaker's Corner?
Yeah.
White people.
I see both sides fighting.
Okay, all right. Gang. Where was Gang's involvement in that then?
No, I didn't see you.
All right,
there.
cool. So this,
I didn't see you there.
I don't think I've got a case to answer, yeah, sister. Honestly, like the two people I've spoken to just now, I'm gonna need a break. I'm gonna have to go Banazoo and just relax because I can't deal with everybody thinking that their opinion is that important that they're gonna come up and speak and openly, brazenly say some shit that doesn't make sense. With all due respect, you've accused Gang of being facilitating a race war. Like honestly, and I've not heard anything come close to the explanation of why you would associate them two things.
That's still deep. That is how it comes.
What I'm trying to explain to you.
They're trying to.
A race war
From black people in general.
This your woman, yeah? This your woman, yeah? Can I speak to you as well, yeah? Your wife, sorry, your woman, wife. Sorry, I didn't want to assume that he was married and it was a sore point. You get me? So I would say that your man. You know what I mean? All right, cool. So what I'm asking you is this: what is it that we've done as Gang, yeah, in your eyes, to facilitate a race war?
No. In my eyes, you haven't done nothing.
How it looks like?
Yeah.
Okay, why does it look like that?
It's like how it's perceived.
How?
Like was it last week to do with whoever, town or whatever?
That's exceptional.
No, that's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying.
But what was the race war? Was it what? Was it blacks against Chinese? Was it what race was?
Yeah, that's
Sorry, go on, I'm here. Let me hear.
I said it comes across like. I'm not saying it is.
Do you not know what a race war is? Yeah. Do you know what a race war is?
It's like the way I saw the video that day. It came across as these guys, the gang, whatever. They are being used to facilitate or foment trouble. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not saying they are like that.
What, racial trouble? Or
Racial trouble.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what? Can I say? All you guys raising money for cancer research are the reason, sister. All of you guys raising money and speaking constantly about cancer research is the reason why AIDS has gone up.
Your wife said it was.
Because you're not speaking about AIDS. This is the type of logic we're dealing with.
It was from
a group are highlighting an issue in their community, and because they are being very focused and targeted, on who they are trying to assist. Yeah, they have a clear goal. Yeah, you are now saying that is the reason why other things that come on. You're a white woman. Yeah, you have white children. Yeah,
I'd have to ask.
you are better suited than any of the gang members I can think of at the top of my head to speak on the issues within the white community. You don't need to bring Gang down or blame Gang for doing some shit that you lot ain't doing. You do it. We'll back you up. Call me to a rally on white crime. Call me to a rally on white gang crime. I guarantee you I will come there.
That's what I would say.
I'm not solely blaming Gang.
Yeah, but I can only address what Gang. I can only address Gang. And you said
They are, yes.
But people are wishy-washy, man. Crazy.
Things that don't involve white people. It's not, you're not the core as a white person.
Yeah.
In the conversation.
So we're not all blaming the white man or nothing. We're just focused on ourselves.
Come to you and talk to you about racism that they've experienced. Are you so serious? Are you as
Yeah, but they're not talking. No.
Would
They're
you
not
be?
talking about
If you-
racism. No. What's being portrayed on them screens isn't this is what's happening and this is what we want to improve. What they're talking about is black betterment, and what we need to do is we need to raise up only the black woman and only the black man and only the black children. Right?
Hating, man. You got black children. We're doing it for your kids. We're doing it for your kids. Hold on. No one ever said that. No one ever said that. And you are married to a black man, yeah? So you should be happy that somebody is representing him and his culture, your children, whether. One second, sis. Is he doing it?
Yes.
One second, then what's the problem then?
My problem
What's the issue?
is
If he does that, if your own husband does what Gang does, how can you criticize Gang?
I didn't say that's what Gang does. You might do it in a
All right,
different way.
look. Let me slow this down because I feel like, I don't think so either. With all due respect, and I'm not trying to disrespect you, yeah. Obviously, you're not grasping what I'm saying to you. Look, sis, we're not talking about white crime and white issues in a white community, yeah. Because we probably don't have a strong enough standing in those communities to speak out. But what we do have is a standing in the communities that we do associate with, and we can try to affect change there. Yeah. Okay. So if you want to affect change in other communities, in a wider community, as a white woman with white children. One second.
No, I've got mixed race children as well.
Okay,
one
second.
White, black,
I beg you listen
black.
to me. I'm making a point. I never said you weren't. I never said you don't. I'm not trying to separate your children. I'm clearly saying that you are even in a better.
You're trying to separate my community.
I'm not trying to separate your community. I'm literally saying, look, I am dealing with issues from where I can. you are in a position to deal with issues from another angle where I can't.
Right.
Because I don't have the knowledge. So instead of looking at us and saying, why are you not doing this over here? You just go over to where you see the necessity and you fill the gap. That is supply and demand.
Yourself, yeah.
You understand? It's simple.
Yeah,
you can't
I
point fingers at
understand.
Jeds and Gang and say, oh, well, you lot are facilitating a race war because we're not speaking about, we're not trying to do that. We're just focusing. We're focused. We can't spread ourselves too thin and try and deal with everyone because look who we got here. It's too many people, yeah? And everyone's saying that they don't get on in their communities. It's not us saying it. It's a group of people here saying that the communities are not gelled, including yourself.
Yeah.
So what do you want us to do? We have to work where we're most effective. That's it. That's it. Simple.
But shutting off.
No one shut off nothing.
Shutting off a major part of this country.
Gather up the white guys and go and do your thing.
Right.
Gather up the white guys
listen,
and go and do your thing.
listen,
Stop
this is what
moaning,
I'm
man.
saying.
Stop
You know what
moaning.
you
You lot are
listen.
lazy. You lot are lazy,
Listen.
man. That's what I come to realise.
This
You
is
lot
what
are
I'm
lazy,
saying.
man. Go on.
Right? Cutting off your community is segregating yourself.
I ain't cut off my community. What are you talking
But you
about?
are, because what you're saying is that's what you want to build up.
What are you talking about?
You want to
What?
build up
What?
a black community.
I never, did I say
with
that?
a black bank.
Did I say that? Did I
Listen,
say that? Did I say that?
You didn't have to. I
No,
know. I have watched
no,
a lot of videos.
No, I never once have said anything
Yes, you
like
have.
that. No, I've
You're
not.
talking about
Black community
building
and black
up your own
bank. You're
businesses,
lying.
which is
That is
good.
definitely not Jedi.
Which is good.
That is definitely, that's definitely not Jedi. That's definitely not Jedi. Everyone comes with their own little conception. This is the thing, bro. And I'm gonna chat to you, and I'm like, yeah, I've seen you on YouTube. Oh, bro, allow it, man. Allow it. I'm speaking for myself now.
What is your name?
Why?
I don't want to keep saying white.
Yeah, what's your name so she can refer to you?
You have an issue with the black community raising themselves, yeah?
No, I don't have an issue with that. I don't have an issue with that.
But we're not just taking everyone
that's not
else, so
what I'm
I don't get it.
Like white race has been excluded. Why don't you create your own
And raise them.
Yes. Yes.
And then you say, Jedi, look, I've got an organisation called whatever, and we're doing the similar things in our community. Can we do a joint event? I'll be like, Ross, sick idea, let's do
As
that.
a mother of black children.
Get me?
Right, so you are saying that you're willing to co-work?
Got no issue at all
Because
co-working.
what's coming across is that you don't want to.
So where is that coming across from?
It's just
That's
misinterpretation.
you are
Okay,
misinterpreting
well
it.
then no, I'm willing to understand that.
Get involved, fam. And this is a big syndrome. This is a big syndrome. What? Now you're gonna shake your head.
No.
So now, if we're gonna work together now, you gotta have an understanding. We or some people have an opinion. Please don't rubbish their opinions because it doesn't tally up with what your opinion is.
Yeah, but you
this
were
is
doing that to me
this is the
every 5
value.
minutes,
I'm not.
with due
This is the
respect.
value.
You have. You kept
Listen.
telling me I was saying shit.
We're telling you, because you're talking about my community and who I am and what I'm on and what I'm doing, my organisation. So I can say that
No,
strongly.
I said how it's coming across.
Okay, but I'm saying that's how it's coming across. It's not
Yeah.
what's been put out there. So how you receive the information is not the same as how the information has been put out there. Yeah?
Right.
And the way you're receiving it is through your own paradigm, which is your own experiences, your own thought processes. So you already have cognitive bias to what you are about to receive. You already have I don't think that was the right word. I think I just made that up. Yeah?
Cognitive bias.
Cognitive bias. Sketchy, innit? It's a bit pseudo.
But in what sense?
As in, because you already have a preconception of what gang is about, and you've just admitted that it's wrong.
I only have the conception
understand?
from the things that you say.
No, I don't think so, because you've just dealt with me
Yeah,
about
but that's
things.
what I'm telling you.
You've just had a conception about stuff that I've never said, like building up a bank and that. Like I've never said that.
That does not mean that they're instigating a race war. You understand me? You can separate them and say,
Right.
look,
Anyway, I'm tired,
uncomfortable
man.
with the fact that the black community is only constructed black people. And then to turn around and say that they're instigating a race war, that's completely different. That's very dangerous.
Yes, because, like, you see Ted, he's an idiot.
You have to watch the.
Right?
You have to watch the
Can we spell it
Sorry.
right? Can we spell it right?
Can we move back?
And let the women get more
You also
close.
move back, but like, so off in my space.
Everyone can breathe? Good. Right.
Tan is, in my opinion, a clever fool, right? Okay. In some ways he's got intelligence, but in other ways he's just got no decorum, he's got no respect, and he's going about it the wrong way. But he's very clever because he's doing it to get attention, right? That's where he's clever. Now, the fact of the matter is, what he said in his manifesto is a load of old crap. No one's going to go along with that, right? The majority of white people in this country are not racist. They're not.
Okay.
And nobody wants all this warring and everything else. But what Tan did was wrong in insulting Jedi. But the reaction that we see with half the park chasing him out, right?
They didn't chase
Black and white
him.
being
He was escorted out.
following
They were
him.
escorting.
Following the action.
No one chased him
There
down.
was two
Black, white, Asian people, everybody was
The
just
two
following.
cops were white.
No, there were two visitors to the park. They weren't cops.
They were cops. They were
They were undercover
cops.
cops.
They
what
were.
we
And by the way,
Really, it was very
I
clear.
say for the
Yes, they are.
camera,
They were there.
Tan is an agent.
No,
For the camera, for the record.
He's an agent. I
quite
spoke to him
possibly.
3 weeks ago, and he did this to a boy where like this. Let me do a rap to you. Let me do a rap to you.
Yeah,
Like
he
that.
should have got chased out for what he said anyway. Like, why should he have been allowed to stand
Not
there?
in the way that
Like, you guys
happened,
should have
right?
chased him out
But
before
what
anyone else
actually,
did.
I'm going to be honest, what actually disturbed me more, right, is the way that once they got rid of Tan, they all then turned and wanted to go after Callum, right? And that to me was like, if you can't
wasn't like
see,
that.
it
Everyone
was
asked,
like that.
People try to ask Callum a question. Callum ran away from the camera and came here.
No,
He
you have to
wanted it
understand
to
that that day there was a
Listen.
lot of emotion.
Callum ran
it
away.
was like that.
He didn't want to be in front
It
of
just so
I know
happened
it's
it was on
emotional.
camera.
I know
It
it's
looked worse than what it
emotional.
was.
I
People were
understand
upset with
that.
Callum.
I
So his
under-
community turned on him at the end of the day because they wanted
Right.
answers
And
to
that
why
is
he
the
was behaving
issue
the way he
that
was.
I have got
Why?
with Gang.
It's like if we're a
Because
family,
Jedi
my family
is
didn't
the
stick with
face
me.
of Gang.
Okay.
And that is the issue that I've got.
Which is?
Because, right, we don't want to encourage black youths, white youths, any other youths to turn on each other, to
No,
fight
it's
each
a
other.
normal reaction that they turned to
And
speak
from what
to
I
him,
can
to
see-
ask him why he behaved that
Look,
way.
let me say
He was
just
smiling,
say
he was
from
laughing,
what
he
I
was
can
enjoying
see,
it.
Right?
Yeah.
People are saying a lot of stuff to Jedi that is not true.
Like?
Right? Because, like he said, people are calling him a bully, etc., 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 right? I've never seen him bully anyone. That's the only time I've seen him sort of... No, actually, there was a time when someone sneezed and he had a bit of a row with them.
yeah.
But yeah, I've never seen him go up bully, right? But people are also accusing Callum of stuff that is not true. They're saying that he's anti-Islamic.
He
that
is.
he's-
Clearly,
How can
he's
he-
made lots of videos.
How can he be, right? Let
Because he
me
is.
just make one point
my
to you.
God, what?
How can he be
Yeah.
when there's been a big thing all over the country about the age of Aisha, and he's coming forward saying that he's found a scholar
Okay,
and
one
writing
incident. That's one
to
incident.
prove
One incident.
that it's not true.
Okay, that's one
How
incident.
can he be?
But I think you know, that's
changing now.
yeah, it's besides the point. I think you know, number one, Callum can defend
Now
himself.
taken on to
I
the
don't even know why
Muslims.
we're having this conversation. He can
But
come
the
here
reason we're
himself
having
and
this
say, look, I felt I got
conversation,
bullied.
I'll tell you the reason we're having
Okay,
this
why?
conversation. Because my kids have got black blood in them.
Yeah, okay.
My kids have got black friends. I've got black nephews and nieces. I've got a black mother-in-law and father-in-law
Okay.
and sister-in-law and brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Right?
What's that to do with it?
I don't
Well,
want
let me finish your point, let me finish
any
your
of them
Yeah.
being subdued into mistakes, right? And
I
following
don't
these
follow you.
people.
I don't follow you.
don't
So
get
you're
why
saying
so
that you're
aggressive.
upset.
I would rather them follow
Yeah,
Gang in a positive way than think it's okay to set all these.
But you have to understand. Yeah, but you have to understand. Yeah, but you have
That's
to
when you come
understand
in as an
that
influencer as a
some
parent.
people, culturally, that's how they speak. Yeah, they may be, you know, flamboyant. Maybe they're loud. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're
Aggressive.
bad or
Wouldn't you
aggressive.
rather
So
this
what,
Tang
we
guy
can't all
didn't say the
speak
word
the
nigger in
same.
the first place to you know, resolve all these issues?
To
so that-
Jedi, yes.
Yes, so wouldn't you
In
rather
his
have a problem with
manifesto, I
that?
couldn't care less what he
But
said.
wouldn't you rather have a
It
problem
wasn't-
with the fact
Not
that
only-
he said saying nigger, nigger,
He
nigger?
didn't
Why
only
didn't
say
you
the N-word. He didn't only say the N-word. He called
if you want to use
Jedi
the
a
word.
monkey.
Wouldn't you
Yeah,
rather have
that's
a
why
problem
we
with
are so
that?
upset. The
Wouldn't
Muslims
you
got
rather-
upset.
only
The Asians
insult
got
that
upset.
word.
Regardless of whether he didn't only do it, he did it. Wouldn't you rather have a problem with that?
He
The N-word and a
insulted
monkey.
white people, he insulted
Okay,
Jews,
so have a problem with
he
that.
insulted-
So have a problem with
But
that.
he didn't use derogatory.
He
So how-
insulted everybody.
But he used the word.
He used derogatory of everybody else.
He did.
Using the word nigger is a very derogatory term.
What he did was backhanded insults to everybody.
But listen,
But have a problem with that.
Negative towards everybody. When it was only black people that decided to use that
Derogatory
name calling.
Yeah, but I
He
feel
didn't say cracker or
Yeah, I
hunkies.
understand,
He
right?
didn't say
Exactly.
khakis or.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? There's none of that. He started off with black people.
Doesn't mean it's right. I don't like that. If you called me nigger right now, I wouldn't like it.
every community has the right
And
to
so
respond how
the
they
origin of the
Every
word
community
is
has the right to
derogatory.
respond however
So if
they
you're using
felt
it
they
in
want
any
to
context,
respond. So maybe the Jewish
but not
community
with
didn't want to
violence.
speak up,
And
not
he
with violence,
meant it.
but with something more passionate. Something more passionate. And then, you know, I'm passionate.
Okay, we use
Muslims can
when
know
he
about
went
it.
nigger and what?
I don't think anyone
Use the word nigger, I don't like
Yeah,
it.
it's a
It's the fact that it came that close.
right? It's passion.
Does that mean that we shouldn't stop other people using it? But that's what I told her. I told her
It happens in all cultures, though.
Yeah, no.
It happens in all cultures.
I'm not emphasizing.
And the majority of black people there weren't fighting.
I'm from Ghana.
They were just arguing and they got heated.
It's only happens in black. In America, we don't walk around calling black.
But no, really, he represents himself. He represents himself. I think that's
I think he dealt with it well. Him personally, the other guy who obviously put his hand on it.
Some of them, not all. Just like here, some of us
Actually stepped to this kind of like a medium conversation and says, listen, let's talk about this. That's what I said.
Yeah, but then, additionally to that, there's also, and don't get me wrong, I don't know what she did before, right? But there's additional footage out online of Jedi being there, all going after Amy. And when she's
The woman in the red top.
as a time of
Amy's one with the camera.
That's how some of them use it. Don't ask. That is how some of them use it. They use it as a dude kind of way.
There's footage been put out, and in the evening, late in the evening,
you have this.
those two people that
But
say
now,
are
on the same vein, you're saying as a temp.
That is the way it's said, and it's the way the person is trying to come across using the word. He's trying to come across in a derogatory and oppressive and rude way. Okay, like he's saying, it's not fun. No, it's never fun, and that's what I've made clear. It's never fun.
Additionally, today,
Of course it was.
so you can't compare it. You've got to understand this is all emulated.
I didn't say it's right.
Right?
Exactly. But you just said in some cases,
that stupid Amy
It's not
and
right, it's
going
never right, but
outside
obviously some
and
people
not
say it.
telling people not to
I heard about that.
and she's been punched in the face. This is escalating.
Yeah, but who punched her in the face? It was a Caucasian man. I saw the video.
No, it wasn't.
I saw the video. I saw it. I can bring it up. Shall I show it to you? Give my phone.
I've seen the video.
No, of him punch her in the face.
I've seen the video.
Of him punch her.
Sure.
I saw it. Bring up the video. And I've got the video here. I've got it.
It's very ambiguous.
If you can find a video
I've got
there.
it.
Actual video,
I've got it here.
like the guy standing
And then would that make a
He
difference
punched
then?
her right in the face. White Caucasian man.
So why are we even talking about it?
Because
That's
what's happened, right? You've given Tam this. Oh yeah,
the power.
He's got. Yeah, he kind of feels like he's riling things up and he's enjoying it. Don't get me wrong, he's enjoying it,
Just the
right?
power, yeah, the power trip. Is that what we've given him? Yeah, attention seeking, yeah.
Right? Now, they've gone out into the community doing that. Before long, you're going to have people defending Amy, other people defending the mosque, black people getting upset because Tan said nigger and she's with Tan.
They're going to get upset anyway.
Right? Yeah, obviously, right? And it's all going to kick off. Now, the majority of us in this country do not want fighting. Right? That's most of us.
Well, I don't know the percentage.
People, why I'm saying that Jedi was wrong is because people like G.A.N.G, right, who are trying to promote themselves to help the minorities, should be holding themselves in high esteem. As a parent would to a child.
What did he do in particular though? What did Jedi do in particular to where he should feel ashamed of his behaviour?
Here's the video.
Or is it other people's behaviour? Are you saying he should be ashamed?
There was a guy at work.
He's responsible for other
There's a
people's
guy at work. I hope he's watching this.
No,
Derek
Slow
Boating.
motion, wait, this
prick.
guy,
And you
he's
used to
gonna
call
hit
me.
her. This guy, he hits
Yeah,
her.
didn't you?
He's gonna
You
come.
got sacked in February, I believe, didn't
now.
it? Muppet. He was a boy at work in Kennington.
Yeah, but if you show the other video,
just watch.
No, if you
Oh,
show
yeah.
the video, of them saying
Wait, no, he punches her. Look, you see, look.
No, he just slapped her. Oh, he punched her.
yeah.
This white guy.
That was a white guy.
White on white crime.
With a dog.
That's white on white
Show the
crime.
other bit video.
Please, let's stop white on white crime.
It's like cut. Yeah, if it is, I'm with you.
Stop, right, stop. Let's allow out the racists then. Let's leave the racists and let's say
And
stop
hold on,
crime.
that
Or let's stop violence.
That day in the night, I was there, I saw what happened. Police were removing her because she was being really aggressive and putting cameras to people's faces. Police officer pushed her, she whacked him with her stick, Amy. When he pushed her, she fell on the floor. That's why they ended up removing her because she assaulted a police officer. That's what happened that day. I was there.
That's
I
a
saw
white
it.
girl.
That's not unfair, so I'm not going to
Yeah,
take
there's no need for me to
I
lie
don't
because
know
there's no need.
But
Yeah?
the fact of the
She was
matter
being
is,
very, very
To take it into
provocative.
consideration though.
yeah,
Yeah?
but
She's
the
been very
fact of the
provocative
matter
and they removed her
the fact
there
of the
for her
matter is,
safety.
look, I'm not saying that what Amy does is 100% right,
She's
right?
crazy.
She said things on there about slavery that I know are not factual, right? And if I ever saw Amy herself, I would try and speak to her and say to her, look, I understand you've got issues, and she has got issues, and valid issues, some of them,
Everyone's
right?
got an opinion.
Some of them are valid.
She
some
came
of
up
them
to
are
me
valid.
last week and she put the camera on my face and she said to me, you shouldn't be here, right? Under Sharia law, you wouldn't be allowed out, get out of the park.
Do you have permission to be
Do you have
here?
permission to be here? She was following me
Why
around with the
shouldn't you be
camera.
here under
That's what she
Sharia
was
law?
saying.
That makes
Because
sense.
under Sharia law, we're supposed to be not allowed out.
We're not allowed
Yeah,
out.
she's a racist Islamophobe. I kept on saying to her, go away, leave me alone. She kept on following me.
What you do, you just...
Just ignore her.
Huh? Sorry, did I push you?
Yeah, but, you
no.
know, but
She's not today, is she?
Yeah,
No.
no, she's not. She's a hate preacher. She goes around spewing hate.
Listen.
If she wants to have dialogue about what she doesn't like about
I
Islam,
agree with her.
that's fine.
I
we
agree
can
with
talk
you.
about it.
She needs to do it in a
Racial-
better way.
yeah.
I agree, right? But there's mistakes with people on both sides.
No, but she
Both
thinks
sides.
because she's white or of a better colour, she can hit people. Like she elbowed my mum twice, and when I tried to stop elbowing her, she just dismissed it as if my mum's nothing.
Well, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. I don't think anyone. I don't think anyone should be doing any violence unless it's in self-defence. Personally,
And
that's
she
me,
got
right?
she got pissed off at the police officers because she was here Muslim brothers and the police officers were telling her to leave the park, and she got angry because they weren't defending her because she's white. So then she started hitting the police officers.
But you have to understand there are some issues, right, that the white community are experiencing, and no one's listening.
Why can't we have dialogue?
Well, we're having it now, aren't we?
Do you understand me? Like, why
Having
can't
it now.
we have dialogue? Why
For
not?
example,
Yeah, okay,
for
go
example,
on.
right?
Give me your grievance.
The PC culture has gone too far. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't mean we should go around calling each other names, right? But I do it myself. Someone attacks me, I do it back.
Yeah, okay.
Right? We all do it, we're all guilty of it, right?
Mechanism. Yeah.
And the white community now have got so fed up with it that what they do is they're going right to the edge of what is racism to draw attention
Fed
to
up with
it.
what? What exactly is it they want to say that they're
Right.
not being allowed
What's
to say?
happening? No. What's happening is, well, for instance, the other day there's a police sergeant, right, who said the police need to learn to be whiter than white.
Okay.
Yeah.
I read about that.
To improve things from inside and get rid of corruption. I agree with that. Do you agree with that?
What do they
What
mean
do
by
you mean
whiter than white? Does it mean
You
sweet?
mean, yeah, you mean that isn't
Clean
clean.
or
You mean
yeah.
white
It's a
being
saying.
clean and black being dirty.
No. It's a saying. It's a
Squeaky
term.
clean.
I know, it's
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, is
Yeah.
that what he meant?
Right? Right?
Isn't that what's under disrepute? What did he mean?
No, because at the end of the day, if you're going to make issues of terminology in the
I
English
don't know, I wasn't
language,
there.
then
I
you
mean-
shouldn't even be here.
Well, no, because when
but
then there are innuendos.
They do have, they do have effects.
Do you
They
know
do,
what I
when you
mean?
use dichotomies that to do with colours, it does have effects on children.
Oh, come on, don't
So
be
do you
silly.
not believe that
It
some
does have
people
effects
can
on
be?
children.
What, so when you
Use-
say to
having white-
someone,
having-
you need to be whiter than white,
Yeah, having white is a positive attribute.
I've had
and-
people
and
tell
black
me
is-
I need to be whiter than white.
I'm just saying, as a child, may you attribute that to yourself? The fact that we have black
No.
and white, the fact that you're a white person, so maybe you.
I'm a white person,
so
I can tell
maybe
you, I
on
don't
your-
think because they use the word white, that white is something
Do you
special.
not think sometimes in language people can be indirectly racist, especially in the workforce? A lot of the times people give you, they will say things to you that are racist, but they're not completely. You
Yes.
can't prove they're being racist, but you
Yes.
know.
Yes.
So I'm just being indirect.
Yes.
People like you or you lot
Yes.
or your kind.
Yes, that does
So
happen.
it's language. We
Yes,
communicate
that does
via
happen.
language, no?
Can I ask you a question? So what's your name?
I don't want to give my name out.
X. It's
I'll just politeness.
Miss X.
My name's Ali.
Yeah, I know you are.
that doesn't sound good already.
Hopefully you'll end it.
Come take over everything from your government.
Grooming gangs. Do you think that they have a problem of the act or the people that are doing the act?
I think it's both. I think the reason they came down so hard on the grooming gang, right, is because indirectly it was being covered up by the police, right?